Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Now, I know some of you all are probably wondering, hey, is he in Hawaii? No. I'm actually in San Diego. And so, what I'm doing, oh, you want to be in the video? There she go, everybody. All right. So, anyway, I'm not in Hawaii. I'm down in San Diego celebrating my wife's birthday. And so, I had a meeting, right? And we was talking, and I'm gonna share this with you all, especially for you guys that are planning on trying to get into Airbnb or do the Airbnb arbitrage. I'm gonna tell you guys something you never heard, and when it was told to me, it shocked me. All right, and it's something that people are doing that people don't know about. So let me explain to you about the credit cards first, okay? Because then you're gonna start, it's gonna start to click and you were like, okay, I definitely want to know something more about this. Well, here's the thing about it. First, you want to try to find credit cards that's going to at least start with $5,000 limits, okay? Now, I'm gonna tell you the 5 credit cards that I would take a look at. Also, looking at those credit cards, another thing about it is in reference to those credit cards, you're gonna be able to use that same inquiry to get more funding out of these institutions, right? So here's the thing about it. So let's talk about the credit cards first, because this is exciting. So guys, please bear with me. All right. So let's talk about the credit cards. All right. So the first credit card is the MGM World Mastercard. Well, let me back up because you need to understand this. Whenever you're trying to find $5,000 or more credit card, there's certain credit cards you have to look for. Okay. This is very important. Now, what do I mean by that? Is that usually your $5,000 credit cards, they would either be a Visa Signature, a Visa Infinite, or a World Mastercard. Okay, those are your credit cards. All right, those are the type of credit cards, and most of the time, and I'll show it to you. Most of the time, these here credit cards, all right, they would probably be more likely cash back or cash reward type of cards. All right, just giving you some preference of what to actually look for. All right, now the first one, going back to MGM World Mastercard. Okay, that starts at $5,000. All right, now I would tell you this, just keep that in mind, because what I'm gonna help with you, especially like I said, getting into the real estate game, just keep that in mind. All right. Now, you also have PNC. Okay. So with PNC, they have the Cash Unlimited. Now, this here credit card gives you 15 months on balance transfers, right? So when you get the card, that $5,000 card or more, that you can transfer the balance over to your checking account. All right, so they would use Experian, FICO 9. All right, now that's the bank, PNC Bank. Now, the next card I would say is BCU, Baxter Credit Union. Okay, so they have a cash rewards card, starts at $5,000. Now that's a Vantage 3. Okay, it's a Vantage 3 TransUnion. Okay, now you have to forgive me, I'm a little excited. Now the next one is your Navy Federal Cash Reward, starts at $5,000. Okay, now again, pay attention, because these credit cards are Visa, usually Visa. Now, here's the thing about it with a Navy Federal, okay? That cash rewards, it can be Visa or MasterCard. Now, remember, trying to get you all in the real estate game, so pay attention. Here's the thing about it. With Navy Federal credit cards, you actually can liquidate that card over to a debit card. Okay, the prepaid debit card, the Go card, right? You all hear me talk about it. All right, so, but it has to be the Visa or MasterCard. You can't do it with the Navy Federal more rewards at American Express. That's not the card to get. Don't go after that card. All right, so with Navy Federal, we all know they use TransUnion. Okay, TransUnion FICO 9. All right, so a low hanging fruit is what I'm paying attention to with these cards, most of these cards. Now, here's the thing about it. We have another one on the list, and I'm gonna talk about that one in a minute. Let's think about it. That means that you're okay with adding on your authorized users, right? And your rental payments, okay? Your utility bills, okay? Many of you may not even be aware that you can actually help aid your credit file, not only with the authorized users and the utility bills. Many people are not even aware of that. Utility bills, but you would have to go through Identity IQ, okay? You would have to go through Identity IQ. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit here at this barbecue grill place. So I'm waiting on my wife and my daughter to get ready. All right. So, like I said, with Identity IQ, you can actually aid your credit file, okay, with the utilities. All right. So that's the reason why that's important. All right. Now, let's talk about the last one. All right. And that's the State Department Federal Credit Union. All right. Now, they have a premium cash card. Okay, cash card, and it's a Experian mortgage score. Now, here's the thing about it that most people are not aware of. I keep telling people that you do need to know your mortgage score because there are credit unions out in the market that are willing to work with you, okay? But you need to know your mortgage score, all right? And so in order for you to do that, you would have to go to MyFICO. I'll put a link in the description for you to check that out. Or when you click on to go look for a loan, you would see it there. If you pull that and you want me to do an analysis of your personal credit, you schedule a one-on-one consultation, and I actually show you how to use the system, and I will go over some of the credit unions you may want to look at depending on your scores, okay? So that's the reason why I'm sharing that with you. That's the reason I tell people whenever you're looking for money, you always want to use that system because 90% of the banks use that system, all right? Now, here's the thing about it people know, all right? Let's just say, focusing on the credit unions. You also have PenFed, okay? So with PenFed, I always tell people to go for the Gold card, okay? The reason is because it gives you 15 months on balance transfers, okay? They don't charge a transfer fee, all right? Now, just helping you get access to the cash, because I know some of you are like, okay, where does the real estate come in at? But think about it, let's State Department, and like I said, these credit unions mainly. With the credit unions, all right, once they do the hard pull on the credit, and I'm telling you, if you hovering about a 680, because some of these credit unions will work with you with a 660, okay? Like I said, it just depends, especially like with a Vantage score or a Navy Federal. Of course, many of us know that they usually, depending on the relationship, they usually will work with you with a lower score than that, okay? So the credit unions, when they do a hard pull on your credit, okay, you can use that hard pull usually to apply for other loans, okay, whether it be a car loan or a personal loan. Now, the personal loan I would do, and the credit union that I would make a priority is with State Department Federal Credit Union, okay? And the reason is because not only that $5,000 credit card, but they will also give you up to $100,000 personal loan, okay, or a line of credit. Now, that's very important, and the reason it's very important because they give you up to 90 days to make your first payment. All right. Now, many of you are like, okay, where does the real estate come in? Well, here's the thing about it. I was talking to this guy, and he said he went to this website. All right. The website, and I appreciate you guys supporting me and coming, supporting me. I really appreciate that. So I want to give you all some free game. All right. He went to this website called Redweek, REDWEEK.com. Okay. So what he's doing, he's taking this money, okay, he's transferring this money over to his checking account. All right. Once he opened up the checking account, and then he would register a business. So for those of you that need help registering a business, you can schedule one-on-one. I can help you do that as well. But he's registering a business, putting the money in this business bank account. All right. He's leaving the money there for 90 days. Okay. Now, remember I said State Department Federal on the personal loans is 90 days. Okay. On the other, like the credit cards and stuff, doing the balance transfer is 0% interest for most of these. All right. So he's leaving the money in there under his business for 90 days. This is increasing the business bank rating. Okay. And the amount of money he's usually using is about $10,000. Okay. So leaving that in for 90 days. Well, what happens is when you leave that money for $10,000 or more, and you just make small deposits, this helps with your business bank rating, and that makes them want to give you more money. One thing that he was doing, he would take that money also after the 90 days, and he raised a little more capital. He would go back over to Redweek. Now, like I said, REDWEEK.com. He would register for this here company, and he sees all of these people that are trying to get out of their timeshares. Okay, now listen to this. Like I said, you all are talking about this this arbitrage thing, this Airbnb. This here is on a different level. This is way easier than Airbnb, and you can make more money. And so what he's doing, he's actually buying these timeshares. Now, here's the thing about it. I want you all to understand. With some of these timeshares, people just don't want to deal with the maintenance anymore, or they may have family members that died and stuff, and they're like, hey, we'll give you this timeshare if you're willing to take over the maintenance. And so there's other companies out there like Redweek or whatever, and what they do, they negotiate the deal for you to actually take over that timeshare. So deed that timeshare over to you. Now, what he's doing is these people are, well, this guy, he's been taking his week from the timeshare, and he's been putting it on like booking.com. He has multiple timeshares, and whatever week he'll put them on booking.com or some of those other hotel websites as resorts. And yes, you can do this. It's illegal that you can actually rent out your week, right? And this brother, he's making money from it, okay? He's making money from it. Now, in terms of, is he making the kind of money for us like with Airbnb arbitrage? No. However, he still pulls in quite a bit, because again, with some of these here timeshares, he's just taking over the maintenance of them, right? And so he has this portfolio, And I never knew that. So he's using other people's money to be able to take advantage of other assets and making money off of those, especially like when he knows that they may be big events. Because on the other side of that, here's another thing. On the other side of you, depending on which timeshare you own, they may have a RCI attached to it. Now, I know a lot of people looking at the video probably hate timeshare because you're tied up in it. It's hard for you to get your weeks in or whatever. And nobody ever really explained to you on the out of the side of that, you have the RCI, which is like your hotel exchange and stuff like that, that you can actually book weeks on that as well. And so he's getting those weeks for like $99. He's getting weeks for like $99. And he's taking those weeks and putting it on booking.com as well. Now, do you see where the excitement? Because it was never, this part of the game is never explained to us the other ways to make money in real estate. So instead of buying those to going to one of those timeshare presentations, buying a timeshare, he's going to like Red Week, there's some other ones out there or whatever, but you can actually buy these directly off of people, right, that just don't want to deal with it, that the timeshare may be paid off or whatever, but he's looking at what weeks they have, and he's looking at what events are going on, like say like with football games or with basketball games, and people want to stay in a resort or a condominium versus a hotel or whatever. This is what this guy is doing. And I thought it was one of the most strategic things that I've ever seen, a way to make money, passive income, to make money, right? So let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's something that you all would try? Do you think it's something that's beneficial? But let me know what's up. Let me know actually what's up, what you all think about it. Let me know what do you think about the credit cards I'm telling you about. Also, if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.